In this video, I will show you the 5-step process I use to turn any Figma design into a Shopify store in a matter of minutes and all without code. In this video, I'll walk you through the entire process and I will show you how to turn this Figma homepage design into this Shopify homepage. What's great about this 5-step process is that it takes me less than 10 minutes to turn any Figma design into a Shopify store, and it requires zero coding. Now let's get started. First things first, let's download the Figma to Shopify plugin. You can download the plugin from the Figma community. Simply type in Figma to Shopify, and here you will find the Figma to Shopify with Instant plugin. You can also get the plugin from within your Figma file. Go to the action panel, click on plugins and widgets and type in Figma to Shopify, and this will activate the plugin. Essential for this plugin is that you have an account for Instant, which is a Shopify store builder, and you can download Instant for free from within the Shopify App Store. So if you don't have an Instant account yet, create one right now. With this plugin, you can essentially select any frame, for example, this one right here. Then you click on copy design. All the layers are being copied, and then we can paste it within Instant to add effects, make it responsive and add Shopify product content. But more on that later. Now let's prepare our Figma file in a few simple steps so it gets copied over with perfection. When it comes to preparing your designs, there are a few best practices. First of all is to use frames as much as possible because groups tend to be converted into images. So if we take a closer look at this section right here, open up the layers, I do see a group for this button. So let's ungroup this, drag the button out of it, and now there are no more groups, so that is perfect. The second best practice is layer names. So layer names are copied over one on one. So giving your layers the logical names will help a lot with keeping the process fast and simple. So this section currently is called content, doesn't really tell me anything. So let's change this into hero, and there we go. Then it's important that the fonts you use in Figma are also uploaded to Instant. For this design, I use the Inter font, which is already by default within Instant, so we don't have to worry about that. Last but not least is the width of the design. So the standard viewport width on desktop in Instant and also in Shopify is 1200 pixels. So I always recommend to either design or convert your designs to this width when you copy and paste it with the plugin. You can always paste in wider designs and then make it fit to the different viewports, but this is just my preferred way of doing things. Our Figma file is ready, so let's start the transfer process. We could copy and paste this entire page in one go, but for more accuracy and in my opinion a smoother workflow, I always do it section by section. So let's start with this hero section. First of all, we're going to enable the layout grid right here on the right. This will enable us to copy this design and paste it into a grid element within Instant. Now let's activate the plugin right here. Then the correct frame is already selected. Click on copy design. Everything is copied, and now we can paste it into Instant, the Shopify store builder. Here we are within Instant, and now let's paste in our design with Command V, and there we go. We get a notification right here that everything went correctly. Paste from Figma, matching fonts, and all the assets have been uploaded. As you can see, this already looks pretty good. And the beauty of Instant and the grid is that it's very easy to move elements around or resize elements that did not copy over 100% perfectly. So let's resize this button. Now this looks good. Then we make the image a little bit larger, and there we have it. To make it responsive, you can click on the mobile viewport, and here, as you can see, we need to make a few changes. So first of all, let's add some inside spacing to the top and bottom and to the left and right. And now let's extend this grid element to, I would say, 60. We drag the image down to about 28 cells, place it all the way at the bottom, and then we place this review element at the top, move this one as well to the top, make the font a bit smaller. I would say 46 looks about right. Then make this also a little bit smaller. Then for this text element, we move it up as well, make it a bit less wide. This looks about right. And then we have the button. Let's grab it and move it right there. And also make it a bit smaller. Let's change the inside spacing of this button to the left and right from 60 to, I would say, 20. Make it a bit smaller like this. Move the image up a little bit, and there we have it. Besides copy and pasting your designs from Figma to Instant, you can also always take a look at the template library to see if there's any section or page or anything you can use and add it to your page. So for example, right here in our design, we have a ticker element. And I could paste this over, but I could also take a look with an Instant to see if they have such an element. So let's go to the template library, to sections, and then we search for ticker. And I actually see a nice logo ticker right here. So let's add it to the page. It's quite large, so let's adjust the inside spacing from 60 to 30. And now when we preview, you can already see this is nice and dynamic. Now let's continue our process of copying and pasting the entire page section by section from Figma to Instant. But let's fast forward this repetitive work and go to step 4. The entire design is copied over to Instant. As you can see right here, every single section is there and the page is complete. The power of Instant is that it's natively integrated with Shopify. So all of your Shopify product content is available for you to use within Instant. And this is especially nice right here with these product cards. Currently, this is all just static content copied over from our Figma file, but we can make this dynamic and connect it to our actual Shopify products. So we select the correct frame which holds the image, the button, the price, the title, etc. Then we click on Shopify Content. Shopify, we select a source. This can be a collection or a product. We go for the product, and then we select the blue bag. And as you can see, a few things have changed, which is the price right here. And for the rest, we still have to replace it with our dynamic content. So first of all, let's select this row, which has a fill, a image fill to be specific. Currently it's static, but we can change this to our Shopify content. And then we can choose to showcase a featured image or image 1, 2, 3, whatever you've uploaded to Shopify. Then for this button, we need to make sure it actually directs people to this action, which is add to cart. So the button is selected. We go to interactions, then we create a click action. And this can be a variety of different things. But for this one, let's select add to cart. Then the current text element is also static, but we can change this to a dynamic source. Under content, we click on the connect dynamic source icon, and here we can select a variety of different things from title, description, and even your product meta fields. For now, let's select the title. The price is already dynamically connected since the default static price was 0, but it portrays the right price. And if we go down, you can see it's connected to our product price. And then the beauty or the power of the connection with Shopify is that, let's say we want to change this product into a different product. We don't have to change all the content. We simply select a different product, for example, the black bag, and then everything gets changed, as you can see right here. Now let's do the same thing for the cart on the right. The row that holds all the content is selected. Click on Shopify content, connect it to our black bag product, There we go. Make sure the image is connected to a dynamic source from static to Shopify, showcasing our featured image. The button, we add a interaction, a action, which is add to cart. Then the title, we connect it to a dynamic source as well, which is the product title. And there we have it. And now that it's connected to our Shopify content, we can add a nice hover effect. So whenever someone hovers over this product cart, I want to showcase the second product image. And to do that, we select the row again. We go to interactions and then we add a effect. And to be specific, a mouse hover effect. And then on a hover, I want to showcase another image, which is a Shopify image, and then our second product image. Now let's do the same thing for this row on the right. The correct row is selected. We go to interactions, we add a effect, a mouse hover effect. Then we change the fill to a image, a Shopify image, and then the second image. And now let's preview to see what this looks like. We scroll down and right here, whenever you hover over the image, it showcases the second product image. Now let's also add a hover animation to this button. We select the button, we go to interactions, and then we add a mouse hover effect. And then whenever someone hovers over this button, I want the fill color of this button to become this blue color right here. Let's do the same thing for this button. It's selected, we add a effect, mouse hover, and change the fill color. There we go. Since the text of this button is white and that's not really visible when the button becomes blue, we also add a mouse hover effect to this text element. So the text element is selected, click on effects, mouse hover, and then whenever someone hovers over this button, the color becomes blue, and then to make the text visible, we make the text black. Now let's do the same thing for the other button. We select the text element, add a mouse hover effect, and change on hover the color of the text to black. Now let's preview this again. We scroll down, we have the hover effect on the image and now as well on the button. You can make the page as creative and as interactive as you want, but for now, let's continue to step 5 and publish this page to our Shopify store. To publish this page, we open the layout panel right here, and then we give this page a name. For example, we call it Figma, and now we can publish this to our Shopify store by clicking on Publish. It's published, so now let's head over to the Shopify theme editor. Right here within Shopify, within Online Store and Pages, we can find the page we've just published called Figma. We can also preview this page. Here we have it, just as we have built it within Instant. In addition, you can also find the page from within the theme editor. So let's go to our theme and customize it. And then right here under pages, you can also find this page. And there we have it, our Shopify page, just as we've built it with an Instant. And of course, everything is functional as well, and all the hover effects work. Next to publishing a complete page to your Shopify store, you can also publish theme sections. And to do that, you select a section of the page that you want to publish as a theme section. Then you right-click and click on Save as Section. Now this section has been created. We give this section a name, for example, Figma to Shopify, and then we click on Publish. Within the Shopify theme editor, you can add this section to any page you want. Simply click on Add Section, look for the section, in this case Figma to Shopify. There we have it, and it's added to the page. The beauty of sections built in Instant and published to your Shopify store is that all of the content can be changed from within the Shopify theme editor. And that's it for this video. I hope you have a good understanding on how to turn any Figma design into a Shopify store. Be sure to check out all the resources in the description, And please let me know what other types of videos you would like me to make. For now, subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next video.